Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the colors are advanced. Our colors are being advanced by State Fire Instructor Dar Sims, United States Marine Corps veteran. Present arms. Order, arms. Please remain standing as we pledge allegiance to the flag. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order, arms. Remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen brothers. Most recently, City of Poughkeepsie firefighter Tim Gunther, Arlington firefighter Joseph Cruz, Dutchess County Sheriff's Office Deputy Chris Cutterback. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Culinary Institute of America. And tonight, we honor the hard work, determination, and sacrifice of these new firefighters. The hours and hours of training and personal sacrifices that they have made and had to make as a result will be paid in full this evening as they proudly walk across this stage one by one. Each and every one of these candidates set out on a journey of training and developing skills that could one day save someone's life. Represented this evening, members from 19 departments in Dutchess County, with 53 graduates, ranging in age from 16 to 63. As new firefighters, each of you officially becomes part of a proud and honored tradition. Wear your uniform with pride this evening and understand your responsibility to continue this great tradition from this point forward. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we welcome dignitaries in the audience who will be speaking momentarily. County Executive Marcus J. Molinaro, Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response Commissioner Dana Smith, from the New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control, Chris Johnson, President of the Dutchess County Volunteer Firemen's Association, Vincent Galvin. We also welcome the battalion coordinators that are represented this evening, the chief staff of the departments that are represented this evening, fire department officers and members, and family and friends. It is so important that you are here this evening to witness this accomplishment. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for Dutchess County Executive, the Honorable Marcus Molinaro.
The music, that's what they play when I come home in the evening. I make the kids stand up and clap for me. It makes me feel better. I'm just happy they recognize me. I am thrilled and very, very honored to be with all of you this evening. On my way in, a number of folks thanked me for coming tonight, but the truth of the matter is I really want to thank all of you for allowing me to share in this very important and special day for those of you graduating. What I would tell you is something that you probably know, but I think this message is as important to those graduates tonight as it is to your family. Every corner of this community, from Paulding to Tivoli, from Fishkill to Millerton, and all points in between, will rely on your dedication, your commitment, and your sacrifice. Many of the residents of Dutchess County, nearly 300,000 of them, won't ever know your names, perhaps may not even know you exist until that most difficult time in their lives, until that one moment when they need assistance. Many of them will think all of you are paid to sleep in a firehouse or that you have a Dalmatian somewhere in your home. I could tell you a few stories about that, but I won't. They won't necessarily know or recognize that you are going about your lives in school, at work, raising a family, and that at any moment of any day, the alarm may sound and you will leave them behind, leave that behind, to risk your lives in service to this community. I don't think there's a more, I should say, a greater responsibility than the one that you have begun. In theory, you've completed one component of it, but begun today. And that, we hope, in this community is a lifetime of service. I don't want you to think for a moment that those of us who serve in county government or in local elected office don't recognize how valuable and important each of you are to the very well-being of Dutchess County as a community, to the safety and security of our families, our quality of life, and our character of community. You are exceptionally vital. And for that, I want to extend to you not only our appreciation, but our prayers. You have begun in a volunteer capacity among the most difficult challenges of really any profession. Career or volunteer, this is a commitment that you're making. And sadly, like those tragedies that were referenced only a moment ago by Bill Beal, you sacrifice a great deal to do that. So I would tell you that as a community, we pray for your safety. We extend to you our gratitude, but we also hope that this is a community that will continue to embrace you, to support you, and to pray for your return home. And some, sadly, as we learned with Firefighter Gunther, don't return home. The challenge and the sacrifice that you make is shared by your family and your friends. And to all of you, on behalf of this county, I'd like to thank you. You're lending these kids, spouses, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, to our community, and we're grateful for that. So to all of you, congratulations tonight. You join in about the finest tradition, that of selfless and volunteer service to this community. We thank you and congratulate you on your accomplishment. But again, most of all, I want to extend to you not only our appreciation, but our prayers. These are the men and women who will provide for our safety and our security. These are the men and women we will rely upon in future days, weeks, months, and years. Do not forget the names or the faces as they cross this stage, because they will sacrifice to provide for all of us. And on behalf of the nearly 300,000 people who call this county home, God bless you and thank you. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commissioner of the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response, Dana Smith.
Good evening. The executive and I spend too much time together and present together too often. There's a common theme here tonight, and that is gratitude. For our graduates here this evening, thank you. I'll get back to you in a minute. For family and friends, thank you for lending them to us. The service to others is one of the most important things of what we can do while we're here on this planet for that short time. But you're lending them to us and allowing us to use their skills and their knowledge to help protect one another is imperative. It's important in our community, and they fill a vital role. I'll also take the opportunity on behalf of all the students to apologize in advance. I'm sorry I'm late for dinner. I'm sorry I missed that important holiday. I'm really sorry I missed your birthday. I'm sorry I spent too much time at the firehouse, or I'm gone all night when disaster strikes. I'll apologize in advance for them. It's something that you'll encounter if you haven't encountered already with another family member, but know they're there to protect you and your neighbors, and they do that well every day. And for that, we're grateful. For the graduates, congratulations, welcome aboard, a brotherhood like none other. Opportunities abound for you. Again, the most important is the service to others, but there are incredible opportunities for your career, your life, whatever you choose to do. Some of the greatest lessons I've ever learned has been in a firehouse. 31 years ago this month, I completed a similar course. Yes, County Executive, I'm that old, okay? It was a lot shorter, and it went by the name of Essentials, but it was similar in nature. I look back 31 years ago as an 18-year-old boy that I realized I was going to be here today as the Commissioner of the Department of Emergency Response, responsible for supporting you in your role day in and day out and helping like you do to protect the public. I did not. I'm internally grateful for that. I'm honored and I'm humbled for that role. But there are tremendous opportunities besides just service to your community, although that is the most important. If you stay in this field, whether career or volunteer, as the county executive mentioned, we hope that it is a lifetime of commitment to the community, and we look forward to supporting you in that role. Going forward, on behalf of the Department of Emergency Response, if there's anything we can do to support you, we will. Let us know. And on behalf of all the men and women that I have the pleasure of working with every day, thank you and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control, Fire Protection Specialist Mike Gallo.
Good evening. Tonight I am here on behalf of the Office of Fire Prevention and Control and the State Fire Administrator, Bryant Stevens. I'd like to start tonight by sharing sentiment of the county and say thank you to the students, the family, the instructors, as well as the county who gave their time, coordinated these classes. The instructors gave their knowledge to these students. To the families, you heard, you will have a lot of times where you will miss your family members, your friends, your spouses. We thank you for that. To the students, thank you for the dedication that you gave to take this class and the dedication that you will continue to give moving forwards in your career in the fire service. For those of you that don't know, the fire service is an ever-growing, evolving organization. We no longer just fight fires. We assist people when they are ill or injured. We unlock someone's car when they lock their child inside. I've even been called to assist with a parrot stuck in a tree. Kind of makes sense. When the public doesn't know who to call, they call us. That's what we are, that's what we do. As you progress through your tenure in the fire service, don't ever lose the dedication and feeling of accomplishment you display today. This can be a rewarding career, and the recognition you receive today shows that you can and will go far in this field. Good luck, and stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Dutchess County Volunteer Firemen's Association, recovering from a recent surgery, we're lucky to have him here this evening. Show your appreciation for President Vincent Galvin.
Thank you, Bill. Very kind. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the students tonight on the journey you have started. And I say just started because you haven't seen anything yet. And the day you give up learning, that's the day to give it up. Also want to thank your families back there for supporting you. There'll be a lot of events that you will not be attending because you're doing a job. So without that parent, girlfriend, significant other support, you won't survive. Also like to thank these instructors up here for doing the fantastic job that they do, still turning out firemen and firewomen here in this county. It's not easy to be a volunteer today, but when I see these classes 30, 40, 50 strong, it's still going, and that's great. And of course, County Executive and Dana, the great jobs that they do, that in order for us to have classes and still have classes, and of course from the state they give us the hours as well, and they sure as well utilize those hours so they can get the training that you need. And also for the officers of your own departments that bring you under their wings, just pay attention and you'll learn something. Also, some of my officers here tonight that help us do what we do. Mary Zwecker, my first vice president. My second vice president back there, Jack Delaney. My secretary, Joanne Schaefer, who did the wonderful certificates tonight. My treasurer, who watches all the money, Lou Zwecker. And another director, we got Mike Carter and Jack Schmidt. And I just want to say good luck, be safe, and continue to learn.
One more round of applause for our special guests and dignitaries that are here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we will announce the recipients of the Firefighter 1 graduation certificates. We would kindly ask you to hold your applause until the end so that we can keep the graduates coming up on stage without interruption. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we will start with the Arlington Fire Department. Presenting the certificates this evening, Lieutenant Carlos Gonzalez. And once the lieutenant takes his position, we will begin announcing the graduates. From the Arlington Fire Department, Firefighter Anthony Dragonetti. Firefighter Michael Herrera. Firefighter Sean Ragusa. Ladies and gentlemen, the Firefighter 1 graduates from the Arlington Fire Department. Representing the Beekman Fire Department, Chief of Department Ray Zuloff. Receiving the graduation certificates this evening, Firefighter Morgan McCulloch. Firefighter Nicholas Hazard. Firefighter Kevin Herbst. Firefighter Adolfo Angel Antonio Nunez. Firefighter Andrew Rayburn. Firefighter Rayburn will be presented his certificate by past Chief Greg Rayburn, his father. Firefighter Megan Wisaki. Firefighter Wisaki will be presented her certificate from her father, past Chief Dave Wisaki. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the recipients from the Beekman Fire Department. Representing the City of Beacon Fire Department, Chief of Department Gary Van Voris. Receiving graduation certificates this evening, Firefighter George Carazelli, Firefighter Michael Zingon, ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the recipients from the City of Beacon Fire Department. Representing the East Clinton Fire Department, Lieutenant Tim Bathrick. And graduating this evening, Firefighter Brandon Colley. Show your appreciation for the recipients from the East Clinton Fire Department. Representing the East Fishkill Fire Department, Assistant Chief Andy Pachowski and Assistant Chief Mike Oliver. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Zachary Galati. Firefighter Devin Garline. Firefighter Nick Grover. Firefighter Dana Guzman. Firefighter Audrey Harper. Firefighter Benjamin Letterman. Show your appreciation for the graduates from the East Fishkill Fire Department. Representing the Fairview Fire Department, Chief of Department Chris Mader. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Adam Burdick. Show your appreciation for the recipient from the Fairview Fire Department. Graduating this evening from the Glenham Fire Department. Show your appreciation for Firefighter Joe Edda. Representing the Hillside Fire Department, Assistant Chief Dan Kalin. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Brendan Coffey. Show your appreciation for the recipient from the Hillside Fire Department. Representing the Houstonville Fire Department, Chip Urillo. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Jeffrey Bonanno. Firefighter Zachary Steinhauer. Show your appreciation for the recipients from the Houstonville Fire Department. Representing the LaGrange Fire Department, Assistant Chief Mike Patrimonio. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Muli Kumalaj. Firefighter Sean Painter. Firefighter Steve Rizzo. Show your appreciation for the graduates from the LaGrange Fire Department. Representing the Nahacatsac Fire Department, Lieutenant Dante Fakit. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Stephanie Torres. Show your appreciation for the graduate from the New Hackensack Fire Department. Graduating this evening from the New Hamburg Fire Department, Firefighter Samantha Baker. Firefighter Dan McKenna. Show your appreciation for the graduates from the New Hamburg Fire Department. Representing the Pleasant Valley Fire Department, Chief of Department Ray Brose. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Alexis Fitzgerald. Firefighter Brandon Kane. Firefighter Garrett Lawler. Firefighter Jeff Rude. Show your appreciation for the graduates from the Pleasant Valley Fire Department. Representing the Red Hook Fire Department, Chief of Department Rich Hilbrandt. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Patrick Troy. Show your appreciation for the graduate from the Red Hook Fire Department. Representing the Rhinebeck Fire Department, Assistant Chief Darren Forbes. Graduating this evening, Firefighter Jose Alberto Andrade. Firefighter Tony Bowe. Firefighter Jeffrey Cotter. Firefighter Sheldon Teeter. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for the graduates from the Rhinebeck Fire Department. Representing the Roosevelt Fire Department, Chief of Department Dan Nichols and Assistant Chief Jeff Scala. Receiving his certificate this evening from his father, State Fire Instructor Bill Marshall, William H. Marshall. Firefighter Simon Sullenberger. Show your appreciation for the graduates from the Roosevelt Fire Department. Representing the Unionville Fire Department, Assistant Chief Bill Griffin. Graduating this evening, Firefighter A.J. Galeota. Show your appreciation for the graduate from the Unionville Fire Department. Representing the Wassaic Fire Department, Deputy Chief Mark Christensen. Also representing Wassaic Fire Department, Commissioner Don Cummings, who will be presenting the graduation certificate to Firefighter Zach Elwood. Commissioner Cummings presents the certificate to his son, firefighter Zach Elwood. Show your appreciation for the graduate. At this time, I'd like to ask LaGrange Assistant Chief Mike Patrimonio to please return to the stage. Receiving their certificates this evening, firefighter Ryan Finchana. Also, firefighter Adrian Selka. Show your appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, show your appreciation for all the graduates from Firefighter 1, Spring 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. I'd like to ask the graduates to please rise as well. Show your appreciation for the instructors standing behind me this evening. State Fire Instructor William Marshall, State Fire Instructor Carl Quilino, and County Fire Instructor Tom Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals would not be here without them. Put your hands together. At this time, you can take a seat. I'd like to invite the instructors to the podium at this time.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight. I wasn't the lead instructor in the class in East Fishkill, but I was the primary secondary instructor. And on behalf of the instructor, Scott Post, I have a few words that he asked me to read tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank the families for their continued support and their ongoing support that they're going to need in anticipation down the road, and thank all the county dignitaries and the chiefs that are here tonight to assist us in making this the start of a wonderful, great career in the volunteer service, or if they move on even into the career service for these firefighters tonight. On behalf of Scott Post, I'm going to read this, so bear with me. Good evening. Please excuse my absence from tonight's ceremonies. Unfortunately, I could not attend due to a work obligation. I would like to congratulate all of the graduates from the recent Firefighter 1 courses, especially those from course 1S 1660 held in East Fishkill. Back in January, I was looking at a bunch of new, eager volunteer firefighters, beginning volunteer firefighters, and I am sure they're looking back asking themselves, this old fat bald guy with a big mustache is going to teach me to be a firefighter? I say this jokingly, but truth is, we were handed a new program. We all learned from it. Most of all, as I have said, or he has said, in the beginning of the course to the students, you would be the deciding factor in whether you will be sitting here tonight or you will not be sitting here tonight. All I did was help you through the process. You all deserve the credit for what you have accomplished and for reaching these goals and being here tonight. I am sure a lot of brothers, sisters in the room today will agree with me when I say that we look at you to see ourselves 10, 20, 30, maybe even more years ago. Granted, a much younger, thinner version of us, but we all had and continue to have what you have today. The spark that ignited the fire in your heart to be a part of the best job in the world. And this is just the beginning. In other words, we don't want to let you know that you will be able to come to more classes to see our faces again. You have been taught very basic skills in firefighting. Now you have the ball and must expand on it by being active in your departments, honing your skills, helping out wherever need be, whether it be a boring traffic detail or putting out that big one that will occur someday. The relationships that you will build with your brothers and sisters in this brother-sisterhood are definitely times that you will endure in a journey in your future days. Now to your family members, you are the wind beneath their wings. None of us would be here to do this job if it were not for you and the time that you have given and allowed them to be with us, and will allow them to be with us in their departments in the future years. There will be plenty, and this has been said multiple times by other people up here tonight, there will be plenty of dinner dates, dinners, functions, baby births maybe even, that will go on without our attendance. There will be missed family time. There will be nights of long hours of you alone in the house. Okay? You will worry about our safety, the pain we are going through, and the pain that we may bring back and discuss with you in the calls, the bad calls that we may have attended to. Just know there are a whole bunch of us watching their backs when they're not home with you. We have each other's backs. We always will have each other's backs. With that said, thank you very much for your support. I could go on for hours. Well, he could go on for hours if he was here. So I won't bore you anymore. Just one last thing. All that know me know I have had fun, and one of the ways I do this is by having thorough nicknames, or been through nicknames. All of my classes get tagged with one by the time we end. It may not sound very nice, but it is given with truth, admiration of each and every one of the new firefighters. So congrats to New York State Class 1S 1660, also known as the Inglorious Bastards. Be safe, watch out for your brothers and sisters. Remember, heroes are not born. You are now a firefighter, and that should be enough. Continue to train. I will see you at the big one. Thank you, Scott Post. And some of you he did see at the big one this past Sunday morning. But that will not be the only big one. Please continue to be with us. Come train with us. Train with your departments. And take your experiences forward to the new firefighters coming in behind you. Thank you very much.
Show your appreciation for Instructor Post and Instructor Marshall. Round of applause for both of them one more time. And now, show your appreciation for New York State Fire Instructor Carl Colino.
Good evening. I must say it's been an honor and a pleasure. Okay. It's been an honor and pleasure of being your instructor for Class 1S 1694. As I said on the first evening of class, The strangers next to you, by the time you're done, will be your best of friends for a lifelong of firefighting. You'll depend on them, you work with them, you'll help them always. And the bonds you saw grow through the class will carry on forever. I'll keep mine very short. Family, thank you very much. As everyone said in previous, they will be leaving the homes at the most important times. The wall won't get painted, the fixture won't get fixed, the lawn gets half cut, the alarms went off. You laugh now, the mower will be left running on the front lawn as you run down the driveway. Again, I said, it's in my honor and my pleasure, Class 1694.
And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for County Fire Instructor Tom Murphy.
All right, I would like to start by offering my congratulations to each and every one of you. It has truly been a pleasure working with all three classes like I had the privilege of doing. And students like you showing up to class, wanting to learn, and being energetic that make our jobs as instructors easier. So for that, I say thank you. As many of you have heard me say throughout class, Firefighter 1's like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Each class, we put another piece in, and at the end of class, hopefully you saw how the puzzle fit together. Do not let this be the end of your training. It should only be the beginning. As you go forward, the options are unlimited. You can decide to go the truck company route, the engine company route, or even the special ops route and get into hazmat and rope rescue. Or for some of you, even yes, you'll become EMTs for those who, and actually, some of you already are. Each class you take should give you more knowledge to help you return at the end of the alarm, which you always want to do, whether it be midnight tonight or 30 years from now. Train and learn whenever the opportunity presents itself. Someday your life may depend on it. Once again, congratulations and welcome to the family.
One more big round of applause for the entire instructor staff. Put your hands together for the instructors and the hard work that they've done. And before we conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we need to offer appreciation to the Culinary Institute of America for the use of this beautiful theater. Big round of applause to the staff of the Culinary. And at this time, I'd like to invite State Fire Instructor Dar Sims to approach the colors. And we will have the colors lead the bagpiper, and the bagpiper will lead our graduates out of the theater. Please rise. Present arms. Order, arms. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this evening. One more round of applause for our graduates.